गाइस, वेलकम और वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। और ना हमेशा सारी वीडियोस पे सबसे ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस जो तुम लोग पूछते हो कि कनाडा आए कैसे, कोई जॉब ऑफर लेटर नहीं है तो भी क्या हम आ सकते हैं, स्टडी परमिट रिफ्यूज हो गया अब क्या करें, पीएनपी में स्कोर बहुत कम है कैसे आए, और क्या क्या पाथवेज हैं कनाडा आने के, क्या तरीके हैं, किसे कांटेक्ट करें, बहुत सारे इमिग्रेशन से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन। और क्योंकि मैं तो इमिग्रेशन कंसल्टेंट नहीं हूँ और बहुत सारे और कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स नहीं होते, इसलिए मैं आप लोगों को कनेक्ट कराऊंगी एक इमिग्रेशन कंसल्टेंट से डायरेक्टली, और उससे हम पूछेंगे सब कुछ और सब कुछ समझेंगे। सो लेट्स गो। और ये बिल्कुल वैलिड आंसर्स होंगे अनलाइक बाकी वीडियोस। सो चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं। She is Kohinoor Dev Roy. She is the owner of Destination North Immigration Consulting, and she's a licensed immigration consultant. I have called her to answer all your questions. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you for inviting me. And again, I must say, it's like you're doing a wonderful job. I really enjoy your videos and how interactive they are. And also a big hi to your audience.
First question जो सबसे ज़्यादा लोग पूछते हैं is always we don't have an offer letter, we don't have anything, how to come to Canada?
So I'll start with for PR options without job offers. So there are primarily two options you could look at. One is the very famous Express Entry. It's a federal program. Federal government ये initiative run करते हैं, and as the name suggests, express. So it's a fast-paced process. To have your applications processed. So theoretically it should be under 6 months, but काफी टाइम थोड़ा ज्यादा भी लग जाता है डिपेंडिंग, बट ऐसे भी लोग है ना 3 to 4 month प्रोसेसिंग टाइम उनके उसके अंदर उनकी एप्लीकेशंस प्रोसेस हुई है। डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज होती है। यू डेफिनेटली कैन क्वालिफाई विदाउट हैविंग अ जॉब ऑफर। अदर देन दैट दूसरा जो पीआर प्रोग्राम है व्हिच इज दैट इज नोन एज अ प्रोविंशियल नॉमिनेशन प्रोग्राम। कनाडा में हर प्रोविंस में उनके खुद के प्रोविंसेस के रिस्पेक्टिव प्रोग्राम्स है, सब अलग है, सबकी रिक्वायरमेंट्स अलग है, पॉइंट्स अलग है। सो इट डिपेंड्स व्हाट योर सिचुएशन इज, आपका बैकग्राउंड क्या है, क्या आपने जॉब की है उस प्रोविंस में, वो सीख आपकी जैसे प्रोफाइल को वो सीख कर रहे हैं या नहीं। सो दोस थिंग्स।
लोग इंडिया में हैं हु आर नॉट लाइक इनटू आईटी में भी, जो आईटी जॉब्स में नहीं है, दे डोंट वांट टू कम हियर एंड स्टडी पहले, क्योंकि दैट्स आल्सो उसमें पैसे लगेंगे, टाइम लगेगा। इज देयर एनी ऑप्शन फॉर देम एज वेल?
एक तो मैं ये बात बताऊंगी, ये आईटी का बड़ा मिथ है कि सभी कुछ आईटी वालों को मिलता है। ऐसा नहीं कि आईटी ही लोग सिर्फ आते हैं या फिर इंजीनियर्स ही आते हैं। यू हैव पीपल फ्रॉम बैकग्राउंड, फ्रॉम हेल्थ, फॉर अर्ली चाइल्डहुड एजुकेशन। इन इंडस्ट्रीज के ने मैं नाम ले रही हूँ जहाँ पे बहुत हाई डिमांड है। लाइक वी डू नॉट हैव एनफ वर्कर्स। हेल्थ केयर एक सेक्टर है जहाँ पे काफी डिमांड से, लाइक क्वालिफाइड नर्सेस की, या कंटिन्यूइंग केयर असिस्टेंट ले लीजिए, या फिर सीनियर केयर जो है, लाइक कनाडा का एजिंग पॉपुलेशन है, यू राइट। सो वी हैव अ बिग चंक ऑफ सीनियर सेक्शंस who need help, who need professional help. That's one sector that is not there. Then administrative roles है, उसके अंदर भी different categories
मतलब
होती है।
इन पोजीशंस में भी अगर आपके पास कोई जॉब एक्सपीरियंस है, यू कैन शो दैट।
Absolutely, you can show that. You can come and look for positions here because people are hiring, people are looking.
Accountant.
Yes, driving में truck driving, फिर manufacturing industry जो है, dispatching, logistics, purchaser, food and hospitality तो एक अलग ही chapter है, उसका तो खुद का एक अलग session होना चाहिए। इतने like there's a huge high demand there.
Here your helps come in कि अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, so maybe talk to immigration consultant like you and you can guide further कि क्या options हैं।
Firstly and most important thing is आप जिससे भी consult like बात कर रहे हैं और करना चाहते हैं, that person should be authorized. Make sure that person has the legitimacy to advise you. That is number one. Because I come across people who have been talking with some random agents sitting in some random country. एक ऑफिस खोल लिया 3-4 कंट्री के फ्लैग लगा के, and they are advising from that's
लोगों के
not
पैसे भी फंस जाते हैं। I mean, I have heard a lot. लोगों ने पे कर दिया है and now nothing.
Yes, yeah. Then they will ask for more money. So don't start right. So do it once, but do it right. I cannot give the the answer you want to hear to everybody. If आप नहीं qualify करते हैं, आप नहीं करते हैं. I will not say that no, I will make it happen. Nobody can make it happen. People like us help you is that to validate जो ये आपकी documentation है, जो ये आपका previous history है, does it coincide? आपको आगे बढ़ना भी चाहिए या नहीं? Should you make this expenditure? या ये जो पैसे आप खर्च करने वाले हैं, is it worth spending? So we kind of show that, you know, red flags or the green flags.
Good, at least you tell upfront, वरना लोग पैसे दे देते हैं और फिर कुछ होता भी नहीं.
Cannot do that क्योंकि हमारे पीछे एक एसोसिएशन है, उसको बोलते हैं रेगुलेटर्स. तो अगर हम कुछ भी गलत करते हैं और एनीथिंग रॉन्ग एडवाइस करते हैं, so they are the police who is going to come after our lives. So we are bound to give you the right information and the correct information. Especially वो जो first application आप डालते हैं, important होता है. Because in that application, whatever information आप share करते हैं, that is captured permanently. So अगर फ्यूचर में अगर आप दूसरे एप्लीकेशन डालते हैं, this first application will always be referred back.
Okay.
Or people do it without experience. They said my agent has put this information. I was not even aware. It was an innocent mistake. That innocent mistake will really cost you high.
What about students? Like, if there is a student sitting in India, he wants to come to Canada. So what are the options? Like study permit के लिए apply करना है. So what is the pathway?
Very interesting time for international student or international graduate. The Canadian government or the economy, they are encouraging more and more new, skilled, fresh, talented minds. Students from India, दो categories है study visa apply करने के लिए. एक है regular study visa process और दूसरा है SDS category, जिसको also बोलते हैं student direct stream. ये select कुछ countries के लिए applicable है. इसमें processing faster है. उसके लिए you have to have a certain amount of settlement funds. आपका admission already हो चुका है. आपने tuition fee दे दी है. And yeah, those are the key criteria for that particular category. When we work with different students, we work with them through the journey of admissions process in different college, what the student wants. Also, it is important where is the strength of the student. So, for example, a student has been a commerce student and suddenly he wants to study pharmacy. That's a complete mismatch. The visa officer is kind of, evaluating their applications. That's the first thing, they are. So the student can say, नहीं, मैंने तो पढ़ा था कि pharmacy का काफी demand है, इसलिए मैंने इसके लिए apply किया था. But like आपका तो background नहीं है ना. Pharmacy में. So how उसके साथ आपको क्या? It should be aligned with your background. So that's something which we really we do a hand holding of the students, the admissions process, and then after the admission is done, when they receive the letter of acceptance from the college, then we go to the process of the visa application. Applying for study permit. And once that is done, till the time they reach the Canadian border, we are with them. So any kind of question, any place they are kind of stuck, so we kind of support them.
And what is the current timeline? Any approximation?
I would say 3 to 4 months. It keeps fluctuating. So kuch der pehle it was even higher, but now it is getting better. Backlogs are getting cleared. So I would say 3 to 4 months, definitely you should consider. It could be faster. Yeah, I'm just giving like a higher deadline so that you do not expect much. But ये सिर्फ एक processing नहीं है. College का भी खुद का admission application processing का timeline होता है. It will take a good 6 to 8 weeks to evaluate your documents, your transcripts from high school or undergraduate, whichever level you are coming from, and then give you like an answer, their decision that yes, you are accepted. Now you can proceed with your visa, or maybe no, you can look at some other program. So this is the overall timeline. I would say that if you are looking for admission for September, you should start your process October the previous year.
Okay.
You should give yourself a good 1 year.
And what about refusals? So, we will talk about कि students का study permit refusal भी और also work permit refusal. So, what to do that? अगर refusal आ गया, so what's the next step?
So, everything starts with your first application. आपने क्या information डाला है? So, refusal ज़्यादातर होते हैं या फिर आपका कुछ प्रायर वीजा रिफ्यूजल है, आपने वो डिस्क्लोज नहीं किया है, या फिर आपने जिस प्रोग्राम के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हो उसके साथ आपका कुछ अलाइनमेंट नहीं है प्रीवियस प्रोग्राम का. आप ऑलरेडी मास्टर्स डिग्री है और आपने अप्लाई रखा है एक सर्टिफिकेट प्रोग्राम के लिए, so which is a complete non-alignment. So and then funds, settlement funds, or ties back to the country, these are common factors. The best way to go back, combat a refusal, is you have to address the reason किस चीज के लिए refusal आया है. So if you address that reason, there's a good chance of your application being approved the next time. We work on that. We work on different strategies with the person. I cannot give a blanket answer. क्या? Because सबकी situations अलग-अलग होती है. So depending on their situation, we provide strategies and we work with the client and reapply with for the same application.
What about PR? मतलब if somebody is not reaching to that point, points कम है, cut off में नहीं आ रहे हैं, so what can a person do?
There are workarounds. So we work if with the applicant, and suppose if the applicant is married, we also evaluate the spouse where they stand. So that is one aspect. There are different programs, immigration programs. Maybe the person does not qualify for a PR program directly. Maybe they could qualify for some temporary program in a certain province. Maybe they have a certain skill which is an in-demand occupation in that province. So we can make that thing kind of work around. We could look at other employment options. So yeah, there's definitely like a workarounds. In most of the cases, there are some like complete dead ends where you cannot do much. But yes, it depends on the person's scenario.
So what about employment opportunities? Can somebody get employment from India?
For people who are looking for jobs from outside of Canada, it's definitely a possibility. Again, depends on which kind of field you're looking at. So at the end of the day, the decision is with the employer, and it's your merit whether you can do it or not. But yes, we definitely help in enabling that connection and how you can approach and which other field. Maybe I would say for certain occupations, like don't even try. Like so it's no point. It's not easy. Even if the employer wants, they cannot hire. The employer has to go through a lot of processes and everything when they hire a temporary foreign worker. So it's easier for an employer if you're already in Canada, if you already have a temporary status. So, it's less pressure for the employer. There are people who have come here without a job offer, have landed here just with some money, struggled few months, got a job offer, and now they're like successfully leading their life, got their families. On the other hand, you can come here on an employment, work here a year or two, secure your points, especially if your age is higher, secure your points, or you study here, then get a job offer, secure your points, and then apply for PR.
What about people who are already in Canada? So they are already, maybe, they are on visitor visa or they are on work permit. So what is their pathway? Like, so people who are just like me, I'm also on work permit, but we have to go for PR. So what are my options? And if somebody is on visitor visa, then what about their options?
Visitor visa is, it's different. I mean, like you cannot really do much other than, like as the name suggests, to visit the country.
So
but while you are
to work permit, right?
Yes. In order to work here, you have to be either on an open work permit or a closed work permit, depending on your situation. So that's number one thing. So if you are here on a visitor visa, I would say make the most of it. Like make the most of your connection, talk, reach out, network. And for people who are already here, like studying here or working here, I would say you have already cleared your first entry. You have, arrived there. It's more of a matter of time when you secure requirements to apply for your PR. So, I have this, I have completed. Depends under which program you're applying. So say, for example, in your case, you're in Ontario, INP, Ontario Provincial Nominee Program. So if you're applying under that, like just wait for clearing out how much work experience, if a job employment offer is required, under which categories they are sending invitations to. So those things. So just clear out, because you are already here, you have landed here, you have secured a job offer. So those things are correct. That's number one. Submit your application, let the processing happen, and continue to maintain all the immigration criteria which you had already qualified when you came here. So you have to just maintain.
I think जितने questions मेरे पास थे from all the comments I have asked, thank you so much for answering all the questions. And for everybody watching the video, I will drop all the details of how to reach her, how to reach the company in the description. So yeah, just connect with them if you really want to come to Canada or whatever your questions are. Any last thing, Kohinoor, you want to say to the viewers?
I would say everybody who are thinking of or just planning to come here, who are just starting or who have been reading like lots of information over the internet, there is no dearth of free information. I would say do your due diligence, read information from the official sources, consult the right people, and even if this doesn't work for you, there's always a plan B, that something good will work for you.
Thank you so much, Kohinoor, for your time. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video till the end. Like the video, share the video, and yeah, comment all your questions. I will definitely take some more time from her if we need.